Today we're going to make some apple crisp. So for this recipe, you're going to need 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, a stick of butter, 3/4 cup of some brown sugar, a cup of oats, and about 6 cups or so. 6 or 7 good sized apples ought to do it. Doesn't really matter, depends on how big they are. These are some Granny Smiths, and they're fairly large, so they'll be fine. And this is optional. If you don't like it, you don't have to, but obviously cinnamon and a little allspice, which is something I always put in my apple recipe. You're also going to need about a teaspoon of lemon juice. Now this is just a basic crisp recipe. If you don't want to use apples, you can use blueberries or peaches or whatever kind of fruit you have, because this will just make a basic kind of a crisp, so have fun with it. But this one is apple crisp. So here you have your stick of butter, which is softened, and your brown sugar, your flour, and your oats, and you're going to just mix that together, with one of the little pastry blenders. Works really well until it's all crumbly. I really need 2 hands to do this, so but yeah, you just really use that pastry blender in there and just keep pastry blending it up. Use a little fork and you'll get that nice crumbly topping that you want to put on this. It's very nice. Yeah, that's about right. All right. You can use a fork if you don't have a pastry blender like this. You can use a fork. Any way you can do it. It'll be a little harder without a pastry blender, but you could totally do it. I'm just going to go through with a fork anyway, just make sure I didn't miss any spots. Any spots, and see, there's a cup there. There we go. All right, so that should be good. And then I'm going to switch the camera back around so you can see. So you want to use a pastry blender or a fork until you get that consistency right there, like a nice little crumble. And just set that aside, and we'll put that on the apples after we get them ready. Just slice up all the apples in the bowl. That one's a little thick. Try to keep them thin to just soften up better. Alright, so I got all the apples sliced up. I'll squeeze a lemon in there. Mix it up. Working one-handed again here. And I don't measure really this. Just put some cinnamon in there and a little scotch of allspice. Maybe a little more cinnamon. There we go. And mix it all up. Alright, so you mix all that up. A little bit of lemon juice, cinnamon, and a little allspice, and about a tablespoon of water. Just mix it all up. You could put as much cinnamon as you want, really. I kind of go a little heavy on it. And you don't have to use cinnamon or allspice if you don't want to. But I would put a little lemon juice on there, maybe a little water. So when you get it all mixed up, you're going to put it in a pan. Now, and preheat your oven to 375. So I got the apples in there. Now we're going to put the crumb topping on. Just going to put the crumb topping on top of everything, like that. Carefully so you don't spill it, which I might do. can mix it up as it needs. There we go. Just like that. And just kind of try to cover all the apples without spilling it out of the pan. And you're going to bake it at 375 for about a half an hour. Alright, so it's been in there about half an hour. So you want it to be bubbly. Yeah, so I just took it out. It's still sizzling under there. So there it is. And we're going to let it cool for a little bit. And then we're going to taste it. Alright, we're going to test this out. Look at that. Ooh, that looks good. Really, really hot. Just gonna try a little bit. That's good. All right. Looks good. And there you have it, some hot apple crisp with a little Cool Whip and a little sprinkle of cinnamon. Yum. Ooh, it's so hot that the Cool Whip is melting. I'll give it a taste. Oh my gosh. Definitely excellent.